Hello everyone, this is Korean with Middle Age Gaming. Today I'm going to bring you my experiences with Godfall so far. This is going to be the middle-aged gaming perspective, so young people, this might not be for you. Today I have the HD footage of my second hour playing the game. I recently discovered that the GTX 1080, which is the card that I have in machine, can run the game at 4K medium. But unfortunately, I don't quite have the footage of that yet. I will be streaming the game on Monday night Taiwan time, so it will be Monday morning American time. So if you want to look at Godfall 4K medium, please stop by the stream. I'll be streaming to Facebook, so Google Middle Age Gaming 2020 on Facebook. You should be able to find us. So let's get on with today's video. So let me tell you about the things that I have found out. As you can see in the video, I'm playing Godfall. This is the training room. But the thing I want to talk about first is the 4K medium part. So as I said before, I have a Ryzen 3600 on a X570 motherboard, 16 gigabytes of DDR4, 3200 RAM, and I have a NVIDIA GTX 1080. And when I first played this game, I was a bit worried that it wouldn't be able to run at 4K, which is why I've just played it at 1080. And it seems it was fine. There was still slow bits, but I did a test today and I went to the training room and I did a little bit of combat in 4K medium details, and it still looks great. As I said before, stop by the stream on Monday or Friday probably, and you'll be able to see it. But as you can see, looking from the video, Godfall is beautiful. The armor is beautiful. It is just a very, very good looking game. And in 4K, it looks better. If you're lucky enough to get a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox, oh, okay, sorry. I was going to say Xbox, but this game is not available on Xbox. But yeah, a PlayStation 5 or a PC on the Epic Store, definitely get this beautiful, cool combat. And let's move on to number two. So the second thing I want to talk about today is that keyboard and mouse works. If you watched my original video, which is the video where I announced that I'm going to be streaming this game, I was a bit worried that this would be a controller game, but having played this for 3 hours, keyboard and mouse works. It actually works pretty good. It's not great. There are lots of keys that you sort of have to remember. Q is your shield, and Q and right click you get to throw your shield, and Q and spacebar you get to do like a slam attack. There's a lot of combinations that you have to remember, and if you're sort of older like me and your memory is getting worse and worse, it can be a little bit hard at times. So you might need to write it down. You might need to check the skill screen, which should be able to tell you the things you can do and your special abilities and how you activate those special abilities. So great, if you're a middle-aged gamer like me, keyboard and mouse will work and it's good, it's doable, it's not difficult to play. So if you're worried about that, and I was worried about that, give it a go. All right, on to number three. Number three is 1 hour session. So if you're an older gamer like me, you have family, you have kids, you have obligations, you've got work on the weekends like me. You don't have a lot of time to play, and you can't play for more than an hour at a time. So I had to drink some water. So far in my 3 hours of playing this, I found that this game, the missions themselves, you can see right now I'm doing a mission. They actually round about an hour to less than an hour. So definitely if you do have an hour to play. Now if you do have less than an hour, this part I haven't quite tested yet. So can you play a mission in 30 minutes? That thing I don't know. Or can you play a mission and then sort of exit? I've been meaning to try it. I haven't quite tried it yet. So yep, 1 hour sessions definitely fits. I would imagine most people have an hour to play games. Middle-aged people anyway. Younger people have more time, and maybe if you're really, really busy, you probably have less time to play. So, okay, now let's move on to number four. Number four is lots and lots of loot. So I played the first hour. The first hour that you're gonna play this game is pretty much like a tutorial, and in the tutorial, you're not going to get any loot, but towards the end of the first hour, or what I would say the tutorial, you'll start getting your first loot, and there'll be rarities as well. I've only got blue, sorry, I've got like a no color or gray, which is just regular loot. Green is rare, blue is sort of epic or something like that. And purple is maybe more than that. And orange is legendary. I guess very similar to Hearthstone, which if you've watched my games before, you know that I talk about Hearthstone a lot. So lots of loot, which is great because I mean you play RPGs and especially action RPGs with good loot is really, really awesome. After 3 hours, I've got tons of items. The good thing is that they're easy to salvage. You just literally click an item, you click right click, in about 2 seconds it's gone, and you get the components of that particular item. And as you can see me breaking stuff in this video over here, as you break stuff, you usually just get crafting components. But as you sometimes when you break stuff, you'll get loot. Usually you'll find loot in chests. Of course, when you fight bosses, you'll get loot as well, and that's always the better loot. And on to the last thing of today's video. And the last thing of today's video that I want to talk about is combat rocks. Combat is awesome. Combat is fast and fun and frenetic, and I'm going to be talking about more about this on our podcast on Tuesday. I keep saying podcast on Tuesday. The game show where we're going to be talking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Godfall as well. Adam's going first, my co-host. He's going to talk about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but if you stick around, I will be talking about Godfall and my experiences with it so far. As I was, let me get back to the point though, is that combat is really fun. You do have to break a lot of stuff, but combat is it's sort of like an action samurai, not really samurai, like a kung fu action movie where you sort of slide around and do slashes, and there are lots of special effects with your sword, with like sparks fly off and things like that. I wish I could like fast forward on this video. Let me see if I can select this. Yes, I can. All right, so let's see if we can get to some action. Have I found anything yet? Okay, let's go back here and that you guys get to see some action. Now, you hear this is a weapon that I'm using. Uh, I'm just sort of testing out. I've been using a longsword mostly in this video. The hammer I found was really, really too heavy, and which is why I've found that the longsword works the best for me at the moment. And I think this is not a combat part at all. This is more me smashing stuff. So there is a lot of combat in this game. All right, there is a lot of combat in the game, but there's also a lot of picking up stuff, and picking up stuff does help you to get and build other Vela plates. Vela plates is like, I want to say Warframes, because this game reminds me of Warframe quite a bit. Oh, here's some basic combat, as you can see. And it's like multiple slash. You've got different combos you can do, and even you can do those combos on a keyboard and mouse, which is awesome. Now that is a really, really easy combat. I would like for you guys to see more difficult combat. But more difficult combat, oh, there we go. You're gonna have to fight like these guys over here. And I remember in this video, I didn't quite want to fight them yet, which is why I ran away. But I want to show you guys the combat at the moment. And teleporting is really cool. You can press C and go in between places. And here you see me doing just that. Alright, now let's see. Am I going to come back to fight some stuff at all? Alright, what about here? I remember here I was just sort of like exploring the level until I can find stuff. And I still can't believe, oh, here's what I'm going to find stuff. Really? I hope so. Alright. Let me hurry this up, because I think I spent most of this video just looking around. And I run back here. And where am I gonna go finally get some stuff? Alright, and we're finally gonna fight some stuff. I apologize for the wait, guys, but bear with me a few seconds and we can find some combat so you guys can really understand why the combat actually rocks. I feel like I've skipped combat, but if you watch my stream, you will definitely be able to see some combat. Oh, there we go, there we go. There's the combat. All right, so let's So as you can see, there are the enemies, 4 enemies, and rapid slashes takes out the first guy. And these guys shoot bullets, which you can use a shield to deflect them. And I've got to watch out for this guy because this guy has like a knockback attack. Crimson Adjudicator. Oh, and you can see that cool slide. That sort of like, that reminds me of like martial arts movies. And that was that. So that is it, guys. Watch out for more Godfall content. As I stream more this week, I'll have more videos to make. But I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We are sorely lacking YouTube subscribers. And have a look at our Facebook as well. Facebook, we're gaining followers, which is great. And hope to see you guys on the stream. Take care and see you next time.